Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is
Welcome you to Lepatich Brinker Funeral Home. Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family-owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys. We are most appreciative of your trust and will do our best to prove we are where dignity prevails.
The Wildcats Student Store has the largest variety of clothing and merchandise you'll find anywhere, for any time of year. Shop in store or online and have your order shipped to you or picked up at the high school. Let's go Cats!
Hi, I'm Matt Alamo, the new owner of both McDonald's here in Latrobe. We look forward to wowing you as customers and employees, and to join our team, apply at mchire.com or come to either location in person. Go Wildcats!
Hello, my name's Steve Lamonti, and I want to introduce you to the #1 real estate team in your area.
We pride ourselves in giving back to our community.
That's why we have this box truck to make the moving experience easier for our clients.
At Team Lamonti, our clients always come first.
And we're here to help our clients reach new heights.
We keep track of every detail for you.
Thank you for trusting us with such an important job, and go Cats!
Some moments will be cherished forever. They shape who we become. We are Home Team Collections, your sports and graduation gift headquarters. And we honor these moments with the care and craftsmanship they deserve. Any team, any sport, any logo. Visit HomeTeamCollections.com today and save $10 off your first order.
Why deal with the hassle of big city airports and connecting flights? At All Palmer Regional Airport in Latrobe, we make travel simple. Enjoy free parking right by the terminal, quick check-ins, and no long lines. All on a relaxed, easy-to-navigate airport. But the best part? We've got non-stop flights to sunny Orlando and Myrtle Beach every day. Plus, enjoy convenient twice-weekly service to Fort Lauderdale. No layovers, no stress, just smooth, non-stop service straight to your favorite vacation spots. Tired of flying into a bigger airport just to stand in line and catch a connection? Skip the chaos. Fly direct from Latrobe and start your getaway the smart way. Fly Latrobe. Fly direct. Fly smart.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
I gotta live and I gotta do it like that. The haters fussing, but I gotta do what's right. You never know when the day you gotta go, so you gotta lift it up and get love in your soul, yeah. It's kinda common to be down, but don't stay like that. Yeah. You gotta know that there's only one of you. Why? To yourself, the true man, that's why you gotta do it. Keep your head up, rise above the blue, yeah. I gotta live. I want to, yeah. I wanna live now.
It is another beautiful Friday night here in Latrobe as we welcome you inside Latrobe Memorial Stadium for week number 2 of the 2025 season for Greater Latrobe football as we welcome you to the St. Vincent College pre-show. St. Vincent College in Latrobe is, of course, rooted in Benedictine values. St. Vincent College turns 1,500 years of tradition into a thriving modern education. Explore diverse academic programs, discover your purpose, and gain the skills to make a lasting impact. Apply now for fall 2026 or schedule a tour online at stvincent.edu. As we welcome you to Latrobe Memorial Stadium, Colton Tobias on alongside Richard Hillwig. So, Richard, what do you want to talk about? Oh, I know. We need to first go over the thrilling game that you and I saw in Plum last weekend. Triple overtime, and the Cats were able to come out on top on that last defensive stance on that 4th and 6 that the Mustangs had.
Yeah, I think sums up that game pretty much. What a game. If you were not there at Plum or you did not watch last week, you missed a fantastic game, allow me to tell you. And I think we knew the Wildcats would come out better than what they did in Week 0 against Connellsville. And what did they do in Week 1? They got the start they wanted. Started with a 36-yard touchdown pass by Dom Scarton to Luke Tomko to make it 7-0 Greater Latrobe at the end of quarter number 1. The Mustangs would answer, though, in the second quarter, thanks to a John Nunnenberg 9-yard touchdown pass to Nico Signer with 2:05 left in the second quarter. But the Wildcats, like they did for the entirety of Week 1, responded. They went 65 yards in 1 minute and 59 seconds to take a 14-7 halftime lead with a 26-yard pass to Danny Noonan, and that might have been not one of the best plays in that game period. It was probably one of the best best plays in Week 1 in the entire WPIAL. Probably just my opinion.
Double coverage, and he caught the ball anyway.
Exactly. But the Mustangs responded. 2 quick touchdowns in the third quarter to have their first lead of the night at 21-14. And then it was the momentum-changing play. Tristan Letty picked off John Nunnenberg late in the third quarter to set the Cats up in business at the 21-yard line. Aaron Gasky took it in on a tight end run from 1 yard out to tie the game at 21 with 9 minutes and 9 seconds left. And then the drama happened. If you thought that was enough, just wait till you got to the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Plum got the ball back. They drove down the field to the 2-yard line. Olivia Bigger had a chance to win it with 2 seconds left on the clock. 19-yard field goal, right upright. To overtime we went. Plum got the ball first. Nunnenberg to Sloan Humphreys from 10 yards out, 28-21. AJ Yaboa finally arrived from 2 yards out, tied at 28, end of overtime 1. Yaboa then took it. Bobcats got the ball back. Yaboa took it from 4 yards out, 35-28. You follow me along, Colton. Nunnenberg on 4th and goal. The drama, everything on the line. Nunnenberg on 4th and goal on a rollout fake from the 1 yard line. 42 all, end of overtime 2. Cats started overtime 3 with the ball. AJ Yaboa's third touchdown of overtime from 4 yards out. 42-35 Greater Latrobe, and the Cats defense had their best 4 plays of the night. They held the Mustangs on an incomplete pass on 4th and goal by John Nunnenberg to win it 42-35. The Wildcats had by far a much cleaner game that in week 1 against the Mustangs. They had an effective offensive game, I thought, and they got their first overtime win since a pretty memorable one when they won 28-21 at Highlands in the playoffs for their first playoff win, WPIAL playoff win in program history in 2022, but it was their first regular season overtime win since Franklin Regional back in 2022 in Game 2 of 2022. How about that?
And Richard, just going through all of that, the phenomenal performance that Greater Latrobe had against Plum, really bouncing back after that tough way to start the season against Connellsville. And I think, when we were cleaning up our equipment, we were talking about how if the WPIAL would have games of the year, I think that is going to be a no-doubter. To even still, with all of the great games that we have in the WPIAL for the remainder of the season, that one needs to be up there at least in the top 5 or maybe even the top 3 when the season's over.
Oh, no doubt about it, because I think it had a little bit of everything. It had the offensive play, the offensive firepower that most football fans, not just high school, but NFL, college fans, they've come to expect the norm of offense here in this new age of football. But also, you get some defensive splash plays throughout the game. You get the back and forth action. And then you ultimately get 3 overtimes, not just 1, but 3 overtimes. I think at the end of the day, it checked all the boxes of what you want out of a pretty much an exciting and perfect football game.
And on the other side, have a look at the Norwin Knights. Got this 5A, 6A matchup here tonight at Greater Latrobe, a game in which the Wildcats won last year 42-28, and you look on the other side, Richard, with the Norwin Knights, 1-1 as well entering into this contest, starting off the season in controversial fashion with how their 34-31 loss ended against Penn Trafford in week 0, but they had a really nice bounce back, defeating Kiski 42-7 with a win that really set up a lot of confidence for this game tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned it, like the Wildcats responded in week 1. The Norwood Knights responded in week 1. It made controversy. You said dominated 42-7. They really did, because they outgained Kiski area 426 total yards of offense to 120 total yards of offense. Norwin rushed for 221 yards and 5 touchdowns. Tristan Tavares was 11 of 14 for 149 yards with 1 passing touchdown and 1 rushing touchdown. He had 47 yards in that game, which was nothing in comparison to his week 0 game against Penn Trafford, but still effective, no doubt. And then Dylan Greaves had 62 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. And Giovanni Rotroff, we're going to hear a lot of him tonight. 18 rushes for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Norwood Knights can run the ball. They can throw the ball, obviously with Tristan Tavares leading the helm. So it's going to be a tough task for the Cats tonight, but if they play like they did last night, we should be in for a fun game.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm curious about for this contest, Richard, as we are in the St. Vincent College pregame show here from Latrobe Memorial Stadium here on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group. The one thing that is going to be a big question mark is how Greater Latrobe will be able to stand tall defensively, because you have a look at Tristan Tavares, Lamar Jackson written all over it for number 3 in white tonight. As you mentioned, he can throw and he can also run, as well as he is the Knights rushing leader entering into this contest here tonight. Waiting to see if we can get the stats up here. Rushing for Tavares, 248 rushing yards for Tavares so far in just 2 games.
Yeah, and they have history on their side coming into this matchup. Obviously, not last year. We'll touch on that here in a few minutes, but they have history on their side. It was just the 3rd time last year that the Wildcats defeated Norwin in the It was just the 3rd time last year that they met in the past 10 years, including tonight. They snapped a 5-game losing streak against the Knights last year at Norwin. So 7 of 10, Norwin is in favor, and we touched on this the last 2 times. Greater Latrobe has had the favor of opponents as far as history-wise. They didn't get it against Connellsville. They got it last week against Plum. Kind of like a rubber match effect, don't you think?
Indeed so, and we Let's see if we can have a look at all of the other games that are going on in the Big East Conference in 5A tonight. Penn Trafford, they are taking on Moon Area tonight. Have a look at Armstrong. They are taking on Bethel Park tonight. Have a look at what Kiski area is doing, as we talked about. Kiski losing to Norwin 42-7. They will be taking on Henfield tonight in Greensburg. Have a look at the big one, Woodland Hills tomorrow. Boy, Richard, that's going to be an exciting one. Canton, Ohio, Woodland Hills, Central Catholic at 3:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think a lot of these games here, as far as we go, this is for most teams, this is the last week of non-section play. That they may get one game of non-section play throughout the remainder of the season, but I feel like they obviously don't count towards your section record, and you obviously want to get those non-section wins, and the section wins are more important, but those non-section wins, that's why I felt like last week was such a big week for the Cats, because I think Plum's going to be a good team this year. If they can put themselves in a position to potentially get in wild card conversation like they did last year, if they can work themselves into that final spot in the Big East Conference, you're looking at a team that looks probably, depending on how good their opponents is and depending on how you win the games, as far as who you win them against, it might look differently in the committee's eyes.
And having a look at the Cats' opponent next week is Franklin Regional. They are in Murraysville tonight taking on Upper St. Clair. And having a look at the fellows from the Monroeville Gators, Gateway, they are taking on Plum here tonight. As we have a look at the last meetings we talked about a little earlier, these two teams meeting last year with the Cats getting that 42-28 victory in Norwin.
Yeah, meeting in back-to-back years, they met in 2021, but the first time prior to that was back in 2015. So it's been kind of a renewed Route 30 rivalry, you could say here. Wildcats won a high-scoring affair last year, and what a shocker! It was thanks to the high-scoring show that we call the John Wetzel and Alex Tash show. Tash took one in from 3 yards out to begin the game, and then Wetzel had a 39-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0 Greater Latrobe. Tristan Tavares had a 35-yard touchdown run of his own to make it 14-7, but Alex Tash added an 8-yard touchdown run to make it 21-7 Greater Latrobe at halftime. Tavares, to start the third quarter, had a 10-yard touchdown run to make it 21-14. And then the two running backs, Alex Tash from 2 yards out, and Brady Prohovic had a 5-yard touchdown run, pushed the Greater Latrobe lead back to 35-14. Potter Brzezinski caught a 35-yard touchdown pass from Tristan Tavares to cut it to 35-20. But then that guy named Alex Tash, pretty good, don't you think? Slammed the door shut with his fourth touchdown run of the night from 61 yards out, 42-20 Greater Latrobe. Norwin added a late touchdown pass, 70 yards by Tavares to Michael Sternkovic to make it 42-28 the final. And after that night, the Cats were 3-0 for the first time since I was 6 months old. That's a reference we used last year. I'm going to use it again here. John Wetzel only threw the ball 5 times in last year's matchup. He went 2 of 5 for 37 yards and an interception. He did have 20 rushes for 158 yards and a touchdown. Brady Prohovic had 14 rushes for 45 yards and a touchdown. And then my man Alex Tash, I mean, these stats are video game-esque. 19 rushes, 251 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Cats ran wild on the Norwin defense tonight. I think the Norwin Knights are going to have their attention focused on the running game tonight for the Wildcats.
Tavares went 15-32, 242 passing yards, but he only had 4 carries for 17 yards last year. So we shall see how things will play out tonight. We will be back on the Wildcats Network presented by West Media Group. We're going to have a break, and then we are going to go right into Richard's conversation that he had a few days ago with Tom McIntyre, recapping the phenomenal triple overtime victory that the Cats had in Plum last week. You are watching the St. Vincent College pregame show here on the Wildcats Network presented by West Media Group. Richard's interview with Coach McIntyre coming up here for the St. Vincent College pregame show.
As the Wildcats face the Week 2 opponent in the Norwin Knights. And Coach, welcome back to the Wildcats Network, as I'm now joined by head coach Tom McIntyre as the Wildcats face the Week 2 opponent in the Norwin Knights. And Coach, looking back on your triple overtime win at Plum last week, what do you think impressed you, not only mostly about getting that win, but the way you were able to respond in order to get your first win as Wildcat head coach?
I think we could look at that from a couple different ways. Responding to a hard-fought loss in week 1, and then also responding to some adversity during the game. Jumping out to an early lead, getting another score, taking the lead in at halftime, and really spending most of the first half being up in the game, and then kind of seeing that go away pretty quickly in the second half. And I think we stayed the course, and we bounced back from two different points of adversity right there, and able to get it back to a position where we could get to overtime, and offense kept it moving there. Defense was able to get the stop at the end, and ultimately all the work and commitment to it paid off. Again, a lot of guys, we had some cramping Friday. We had some guys, nothing major, but had to come out for a few plays here and there. And the amount of people that contributed to that win Friday night, the amount of kids that stepped in, whether they played 2 plays or whether they played 140 plays. And that was really an all-around team win. And, when we watched the film Saturday morning, there were a lot of people that we could point out stepped up in a lot of ways. And, that makes me really proud as a coach of this team, to see the team come together and win that kind of way. It wasn't just an individual that, took over and dominated. It was everybody on the team doing their part, which is important for us.
Offensively, it felt like kind of a night and day difference from week 0 to week 1, really in all phases. The running game was really productive. The offensive line looked much better this week. And Dom Scarton responded as well this week. When you look at some of the important things from the offensive performance from week 1, how important is it to kind of just keep those things in a consistent form? I know you may not get 42 points every week, but just kind of keep those same good habits going offensively.
I guess that's one thing about 3 overtimes is that increases our average points per game moving forward. So, we'll take that, I guess. The pass protection this year, too, I also have to say, has been fantastic. The guys up front are doing a good job there. Our running backs in the game, whether it's AJ, Cash, or Chris, they're doing a really good job at picking up any kind of blitzes or things coming through. So, Dom hasn't been hit very much this year, which is, that's ideal. When your quarterback's on his feet, obviously that's going to work out pretty good for you. So hopefully we can keep that going in the pass protection, giving him time to go through his reads and progressions. And he was able to do that Friday night and hit the open guys there. Some guys weren't open in some cases, like Danny's catch. He put it there and trusted him, and Danny made an amazing play to go get that ball. So, the guys up front are really at the heart of that, giving him the time to do that and let those guys make the plays when Dom puts it out there for them. And then in the running game, AJ kind of took the lead last Friday, but Chris and Cash are still going to, maintain being a big part of that. And, whoever the hot hand is, we're going to go with it. But I think AJ's shown to this point, he's ready for a heavy workload, despite being only a sophomore coming into this year.
One thing that through the first 2 games that's been very noticeable for me is that the defense may be giving up yards, but they're also being very opportunistic with being able to take the ball away at times. What have you noticed about the way that you guys are playing defense throughout the first 2 games of the season? I know there's still definitely room for improvement. It's only week 2, but what have you liked so far?
Yeah, defensively, kind of hit the nail on the head with we've given up some yards, sure, but I think that we're making teams kind of, if they're going to get their points, they're going to earn them, and it's been long drives, and that's something we've preached for a long time, kind of the bend but don't break. And then once we, have the opportunity to capitalize on turnovers, which is, again, something that through summer and through camp we really emphasized, and any kind of way we can get them, whether it comes from a pick, which was a huge play for us last week, whether we have guys, even plays where we're not producing the turnovers, I see our guys getting after the ball, trying to rip it out, punching at it, and trying to force those turnovers any time that they can. And certainly that's something that you have to do to win football games to be good. You've got to be able to generate those turnovers. And, on the other side, when we're on the offensive side of it, we have to avoid them. So we have been opportunistic to that point. And, when our offense did stall out a little bit in the second half and they took the lead, again, it was our defense that came up with, they had a couple big turnovers last week. and put us in position to get back in, get it tied up, and get us to overtime. So, we hope to keep doing that. We're going to keep emphasizing these things in practice, and hopefully we can keep doing that, because more time, when you win the turnover battle on Friday nights, more often than not, that has a direct correlation with the overall win too.
And tonight you guys face off against Tristan Tavares and the high-flying Norman offense back at Memorial Stadium. What will be key in order to containing their offense and ultimately get your first win at Memorial Stadium?
Yeah, they do have a great offense. We've seen them through a few weeks here, and they've moved the ball really effectively against their opponents. And we played these guys last year and see a lot of familiar faces, and we saw what they were capable of last year. They had some big plays against us and put up some numbers, but we're going to approach it like any other week. We've prepared all week for it, and there's no secret here who their guy is, and we're going to do our best to contain them and play our defense and play our style and do what we do, and see what we can do offensively when we have the ball to control the tempo of the game and kind of play the game on our terms. So it should be a fun night. It should be exciting, and you hit the nail on the head there again. Home win for the Wildcats is something that we've been waiting for here. I got to wait a couple extra weeks for it, so hopefully we're seeing that one sooner than later.
Well, Coach, as always, thank you, and best of luck against the Knights.
All right, thank you, Richard.
That was our conversation with Tom McIntyre, or of course Richard's conversation with Coach McIntyre, as we continue on with the St. Vincent College pregame show. Just had the national anthem and the Greater Latrobe alma mater, and we are waiting for both teams to take the field for week number 2 of the WPIAL football season here tonight. Have a look at our keys to the game. And Richard, in your conversation with Coach McIntyre, he really emphasized trying to stop the run, because like we talked about before the interview played, it seems that is Norman's specialty, especially on offense.
It is their special. I would say that probably is their specialty. They're really good on offense, period, I think. It helps when you have a really good quarterback in Tristan Tavares. Not only a good quarterback, but he's also a senior, so he's good and experienced. He's going to make right decisions. I think one of the keys to the game has to be you can't turn the ball over, especially against this team. Their offense will make you pay if you give them short fields. Even if you turn it over at the 40-yard line of their territory, that's still a short field for them. So they're going to take advantage of those opportunities. And I think get a good start defensively. Last week it was get a good start offensively, because they had their struggles in week 0. If they get a good start defensively, we're going to touch on this here. They've been giving up some yards, but they've been making plays. So see tonight if they can start off defensively good against the Knights. Kind of goes into combination with stopping the run and containing Tristan Tavares. But I think those are the keys tonight for the Wildcats.
As we move along, we're still waiting for both teams to take the field in what should be a good contest here tonight in Latrobe between the Wildcats and the Knights, as Richard coined the phrase, this Route 30 rivalry that is returning, what already returned last year, as the series now moves to Latrobe in this WPIAL 6A and 5A matchup. See if we can have a chance to go over the starting lineups in just a little bit, presented by Maine's Chiropractic.
I guess we'll just jump right into it, Colton. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Maine's Chiropractic. Looking for professional chiropractic and wellness care? Maine's Chiropractic, with offices in Greensburg and Homer City, offers full preventive, sports, and occupational services for patients of all ages. Call 724-834-4688 today. Setting the stage for the Greater Latrobe offense, they average about 220 yards of total offense per game, with 114 on the ground and 106 through the air. They average around 27 points per game. Their offensive play caller is Josh Hammock, and they're led at the helm by first-year head coach Tom McIntyre, who's 1-1 here at Greater Latrobe. This is his first game against Norwin, and tonight, with a win, he would tie Gene Gibson, Mitch Barron, and Charles W. Ruffner for 21st as here among the Greater Latrobe leaderboard for coaches. And their offensive lineup sets like this. At left tackle is sophomore Gammon Owens, left guard is junior Brady Cronenwetter, and at center is sophomore Vinny Calabrese. At right guard is 6'3 senior Lucas Collins, and at right tackle, making his second straight start, is 5'11 sophomore Joe Poche. The tight end for Greater Latrobe is 5'10 senior Russell Fry, and the H-back is 5'9 senior Izzy McMahon. The wide receivers are 6'3" senior Danny Noonan, 6' senior Sawyer Butina, and 5'9" junior Eli Meter. The running back is 5'9" sophomore AJ Yaboa, and the quarterback is 6'3" junior Dom Scarton. The Norman defense gives up an average of 20.5 points per game, and their defense sits like this. Max Furl gets the start at defensive tackle, with Lucas Altier and Patrick Schmook at the defensive end position. The outside linebackers are Santino Brasco and Josh Leonard, both senior. Brasco a junior, and Leonard a senior, with the inside linebackers being Mike DeFazio, a senior, and Mason Kugler, a senior. The cornerbacks are Zach Pauling, a senior, and Ben Markle, a senior, and the strong safety is junior Carson Miller, and the free safety is senior 5'11" Jake Knight. The Norwin offense averages about 36 points per game. They're led at the helm by third-year coach Mike Brown, who's 6-16 at Norwin, 14-28 overall, and this is his third meeting against Greater Latrobe. He's 0-2 against the Wildcats, and their offense sets like this. William Bozart, a sophomore, gets the start at left tackle, with Sebastian Somerville getting the start at left guard, a junior. Patrick Schmook gets the start at center, and Hunter Lekuich gets the start, a 6' junior, with Lucas Altier, the 6'4" senior, getting the start at right tackle. The running backs for Norwin are 6'1" junior Dylan Greaves and 5'9" junior Giovanni Rotroff. The H-back is 6'2" senior Josh Leonard, with the wide receivers being 6'3" junior Potter Brzeski, 5'11" senior Jake Knight, and 5'11" senior Zach Pauling. The quarterback for Norwin, as we've touched on, is 5'11" senior Tristan Tavares. The Greater Latrobe defense averages about 280 yards given up per game, with 169 on the ground, 111 through the air. Their defensive play caller is Lou Kaiser, and their defense sets like this. At defensive tackle is 6' junior Dylan Miller, with defensive ends being 5'11" senior Wade Enoch and 6'2" sophomore Aaron Gasky. The outside linebackers are 5'9" senior Luke Tomko and 6' senior Chris Cochran, with the inside linebackers being 5'10" senior Cash Ackhammer and 5'9" senior Izzy McMahon. The cornerbacks are 6' junior Tristan Letty, and opposite him is 6'3" senior Danny Noonan. And rounding out the Greater Latrobe defense is 5'11" junior Clayton Burkett at strong safety, and 6' senior Sori Butina at free safety. And again, tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Maine's Chiropractic, 5 Farm Road between Latrobe and Greensburg. There is a difference among chiropractors. See the difference that Doctors Tom and David Maines can make for you at Maine's Chiropractic. Colton.
Thank you so much, Richard. Starting lineups are in order, and the coin toss is in order right now. Both teams taking the field. They get ready for this one. Luke Tomko, Lucas Kolnick, and Chris Cochran are the captains, and I believe that is Mr. Andy Tatch out there as well for Greater Latrobe.
Yeah, again, not in the starting lineup tonight is Andy Tash, still out week to week with a hip injury. Wildcats hopeful that they may get him back at some point in the next couple of weeks, but better to keep it safe, obviously committed to Lehigh, so we'll just continue to see how that goes here and assess his status throughout the weeks.
As we will see who will start off with possession. Will it be the Knights or will it be the Wildcats, as shall wait and see who will take the field for this 6A, 5A WPIAL matchup here tonight. Happy you're along with us on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group. Colin Labiche and alongside Richard Hillwig. And I believe, Richard, we are going to have the Greater Latrobe offense out on the field first, and indeed they will. Evan Pfeiffer, who is their punter, that is going to be a name to watch tonight. He has an offer to go to Colorado to play for Air Force. He will kick things off for the Knights as the Greater Latrobe offense will hit the field first. Eboa is back along with Eli Meter for the Cats.
Well, I know I mentioned one of the keys tonight was get a good start on defense, but I think we'll take a good start on offense. I think Wildcat faithful would like that. They're going to get a chance here to kind of do what they did last week. They didn't score on their first drive, but they at least moved the ball effectively last week. Here's Evan Pfeiffer, and away we go.
And indeed, the boot is away, and it's going to go into the end zone, and it will be, well, Meter tried to take it out, but since he went into the end zone, it will result as a touchback, as Dom Scarton and company will enter onto the field. And Richard, what a terrific rebound by Dom Scarton, getting his first start against Connellsville, and he was really firing on all cylinders against Plum last week.
It really was, and again, I think against a better team that was the Mustangs than opposed to the Connellsville. That's nothing against Connellsville. They're going to have a good season in independent play, but I think just overall another 5A team that's going to have a great season, a nice rebound season. It showed a lot by Dom Scarton, I think.
As Mr. AJ Yeboah is in the backfield with Dom Scarton. 3 touchdowns for AJ Yeboah last week, 4 on the season. All of those 3 touchdowns in overtime. Scarton looks to throw to start things off. He's going to lob it down the near sideline, and the pass is incomplete, a little too far as he was trying to send it to Meter as Scarton tried to fire it to the plus side of the field out of the gate. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Cats.
I like Dom trying to just catch him sleeping here on the first play of the game, and I feel like Eli Meter's kind of a forgotten piece of this offense. They're trying to get him going in the receiving game as well, so kind of like that idea by the Wildcats to start here so far. Try and get the big play, try and catch the Knights sleeping.
And Meter still looking for his first catch of the season. The Cats go to the ground here with Cochran and Yeboah in the backfield. On coverage there was Pauling, and they will hand it off. Yeboah with a slip at the 19, and he is going to get tackled around the line of scrimmage. So Greater Latrobe looking to avoid a 3-and-out on their first offensive possession. See where they mark the ball on this one, and they will mark it a yard back, 3rd and 11 on the way.
Yeah, I don't know if the weather is going to be in the forecast. We talked with our friends at Westmoreland Sports Network. They said that Jeanette may be getting some forecast, some rain in the forecast over there, so we'll see if the weather plays an issue here, but it's been pretty much a perfect day here downtown Latrobe.
3rd and 11, Scarton rolling out, he's going to let it go. It is caught Butina. He takes the slip on coverage for the Knights. It's Michael DeFazio, and it is a 3-and-out on the first offensive possession for the Cats tonight as the catch for Butina, but he slips and he cannot send it upfield.
Yeah, just again, that's 2 slips here in the first 3 plays here. Wildcats go 3-and-out and trying to hope for a punt here by Mitch Horner to pin him deep, and just lucky to get that off.
Pauling calls for the fair catch at the 40, and that is where the Knights start on offense for their first offensive possession of this contest here tonight in Latrobe.
I want to mention our first quarter sponsor is Adelphi, is one of Pennsylvania's leading nonprofits serving at-risk youth and their families. With programs from foster care to mental health support in over 30 counties, Adelphi transform lives every day. Step up, make a difference, and help a child feel safe, cherished, and supported. Become a foster parent with Adelphi because every child deserves a brighter future.
Tristan Tavares. Will he throw, or will he hand it off, or will he try to run to start this game? And Giovanni Rotroff, the junior. Tavares looks to throw. He has all kinds of time. He is going to sling this one down the middle, and it is incomplete. On coverage was Butina for the Cats. Out of the gate, the Knights trying to get a big play of their own as Brzezinski cannot come down with the catch.
I'd want to see a replay here if we have it potentially. Watch this break up here by Sawyer Butina. He's beat, but he just goes straight for the ball, punches it out with the left hand. Great job there by Sawyer.
And they hand it up the middle towards the first down marker. Going to be a little bit short as the Knights wasting no time sending that up the middle. And it's going to result in a 3rd and short, and Rotroff is going to get the first down as the Knights go to the hurry-up offense. Ty Wisniewski with the tackle for the Cats as the Knights move the ball for the first down of the game.
Gain of 4 there.
And a hurry-up offense, sending it out tonight, trying to set off of a tackler, and he would have had some extra yards, but avoiding that, another tackle by Ty Wisniewski as he comes up with a few tackles for the Cats on defense to start this game. But the Knights do move the ball up to the Greater Latrobe 45. Rotroff will get the handoff up the middle, gets off a tackler, gets past the second wave, and he is going to chug along to the first down as he gets tackled at the 30 by Burkett.
And about 14 there.
And a speedy offense for Norwin. Tavares throws it out near sideline, and that is going to be Brzezinski, and he makes the catch. Tackled at around the 23-yard line with Butina on coverage as the Knights moving the ball, and they go to the hurry-up offense. So the Cats, they are going to need to be aware at all times, knowing that the Knights like to run the ball fast, and it is going to be a handoff going up to the left side and a spin with the ball carrier, and that is Rotroff as he was trying to get up, and he will be tackled at around the 16-yard line, and the hurry-up offense continues for the Knights. And Tavares, a designed run as he is going to take it up the gut on the first down run, a gain of about 4 there for Norwin. The high-powered offense and the fast offense as the Knights try to punch it into the end zone for the first score of the game. And they settle things down here, Richard.
You catching your breath out here.
I was about to say, as Rotroff fakes it, and it's going to be a pass to the near sideline for Knight. He has nowhere to go. Cochran on coverage, and Ackhammer was there as well. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Knights as they try to go back to the hurry-up offense.
Another nice play there in the secondary by Cochran and Butina kind of meeting there to stop Knight. Kind of looked like an RPO action there.
Rotroff in the backfield, and they fake the handoff. They throw it to the far side, race it towards the end zone, and he is going to be tackled at the goal line. Josh Leonard is in as the Knights are going to strike first on the touchdown. Or was he marked a little bit short? Nope, they will call it a touchdown for Josh Leonard. It is 6-0 Norway.
Again, kind of a little RPO action there by the Knights. Leonard sneaks out in the backfield. No one there from the Wildcats, and the Knights, quick start, pending the extra point by Tristan Josephic, have the 7-0 lead.
Leonard, the senior, marching it down the field. He has an offer. They head up north to play for Clarion. Josephic, good snap, good hold. The kick is down, and the kick is good as the Knights bring a high-powered and a speedy offense to Latrobe as they get the first score of the game. 7-0 is the score. When we come back, you're watching the Wildcats Network presented by West Media Group.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Back here on the Wildcats Network, Josh Leonard striking his 2nd touchdown of the season as he marches it down the field. He got a touchdown against Kiski last week, and he punches it home as the Knights lead 7-0 as the Cats look for some improvements on offense after going 3 and out on the first offensive possession of the game. It's going to be a short kick bouncing at the 20. It's picked up by Yeboah, looking for some blockers on the far side. Yeboah has some room, past the 30, past the 35, and he gets down the midfield. AJ Yeboah and Josh Leonard, who just got the touchdown, saving a touchdown tackle for Norwin, and the Cats are off and running as AJ Yeboah getting the bid march up to the 45.
That's a good way to jumpstart an offense, getting it at the 45-yard line. And that's kind of the effect of having AJ Yeboah, not only kind of the spark plug that he's brought to the running back room, but a spark plug that he's brought to the kickoff return game. Kind of explosive ability, and he's using it here so far this season, but right there.
Cats in good field position on the offensive drive, still looking for their first down of the game as Yeboah up the gut and no room to run. Leonard just getting the touchdown, but he is back on defense with the assist on the tackle. It was Jonah Fairley, the freshman, coming up with the stop for the Knights. 2nd and 10 coming up here.
Have to think the Wildcats want to at least move the ball a little bit. They may not, they're obviously going to want to score, but I think right now they just need to kind of take it slow here, try and give their defense a little bit of a breather here so that they can catch their breath.
Scarred looks to throw here. He pumps. He looks to run, and he's going to get up to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a half a yard, nowhere to run. And that is Josh Leonard again coming up with the tackle as the Cats are facing a 3rd down, and they will mark it up a yard. 3rd and 9 on the way at the 46.
Yeah, and these are the situations where you just don't want to live in if you're the Wildcats. You don't want to live in 3rd and 9 plus. You don't want to live in 3rd and 8 plus. I know in week 0, 10 pluses throughout the entire night, so they kind of didn't have that last week. See if the Cats here can get a conversion here.
They need 9 yards. Needing to get up to the Knights 45, and a flag is down.
I think we got an offside here against the Knights, so it's going to set up a 3rd and short here.
So a break for Greater Latrobe as Norwin gets called for the first penalty of the game. So it's going to move to a 3rd and 4 at the Knights 49.
And now I think this kind of opens up a lot of different avenues here for Josh Hammock, because you're kind of in that no man's land here. You know, talking with me personally, I would probably just punt, if they don't get it. But you could obviously still run the ball, obviously throw the ball. Different avenues here for Josh Hammock.
And Yeboah is going to get the handoff going up the left side. He has the first down and more, down to the Knights 40. Tackle made by Carson Miller as A.J. Yeboah moves the sticks for the first down for the Cats tonight.
It's a gain of 7 there for Yeboah.
They mark him down at the Knights 42.
So the first down of the night for the Wildcats. See if that kind of opens up a little bit of plays here. Kind of just getting that first down out of the way here.
Scarton. Yeboah with another handoff up the gut. Yeboah was looking for some room and a delayed handoff with the hopes that maybe the Knights were going to get caught, as Yeboah was able to get up about 3 yards as he takes it down to the 40, a gain of 2 for number 23.
Well, I think this one thing that I did notice when looking at the Knights defensively is that they do match up size-wise imposingly against the Wildcats' offensive line. That's going to be one challenge, I think, tonight that the Cats are going to have to overcome, especially up front.
The receiver out wide to the far side. One to the near as well. It's Patina on the near side. Ascar, will he throw here? He hands it off to Yeboah again, and Yeboah nowhere to run. Eye to eye with Mike DeFazio as he comes up with the tackle. Yeboah nowhere to run there, Richard.
I think they're going to mark him with a loss of 1, and so it will set up a 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats here. Again, trying to not live in those situations, and that's now 3 times here so far that they've put themselves either in a 3rd and long situation or 3rd and behind the 6 situation. Got kind of lucky with the penalty on the last 3rd down, so see if the Cats can convert this one here.
3rd and 9 at the Knights 41. Scarton back to pass at midfield, fires it near side. Butina in and out of his hands. It was a high throw as well, so decision time for Coach McIntyre. A 4th and 9 at the Knights 41, and the punting unit will come on as Horner comes out hopeful to force the Knights deep here.
Yeah, so the Wildcats get a first down, and they can't do much with the good field position on the kickoff return by Yeboah. So Horner is back to punt for the Wildcats, and Jake Knight back to receive it.
As the Knights look to make this a 2-possession lead early with time winding down in the first quarter, and the Knights are going to have some ways to go as it is marked down at the 14-yard line. 3:35 remaining in the first quarter. Knights get the ball back, up 7-0 when we come back on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group.
Knights will take over. Hi, I'm Jason Brinker. This is my wife Hannah, our daughter Charlotte, and our son Stephen, and we welcome you to Lepatich Brinker Funeral Home. Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family-owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys. We are most appreciative of your trust and will do our best to prove we are where dignity prevails.
Back here on the Wildcats Network, an 8-yard run with 3:29 remaining. And we get a whistle. It's going to be marked as a 9-yard run, actually, a 2nd and 1
In case you just joined us, a Josh Leonard 17-yard touchdown catch from Tristan Tavares made it 7-0 Norwin. And they're trying to go quick here. I think they were trying to go quick here. I think the officials signaled for their time. So the Knights will get it back. 2nd and 2 from the 20.
Tavares looks to pass at the 12. Stands, fires, far sideline, and double coverage. And is it caught? It is. Oh my goodness. Proter Brovetsky, the junior, with the catch into Cats territory.
Gain of about 42 there for Brzeski.
And the Knights are in business, trying to extend on their lead. A handoff going up the right side. And chugging along for a few yards is Dylan Greaves. See where they mark him down here. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
I mean, we saw a double coverage Moss last week for Danny Noonan, and saw it here again here tonight.
And it's going to be a throw, and it is going to be a first down for the Knights. Extremely close, but it seems that it's going to be enough to move the sticks as Dylan Greaves. And they will move the sticks for the first down.
Tavares 77 yards here so far. And again, the Knights are moving quick.
As Norwin chugging along with another first down run, handing it off to Rotroff again.
Gain of 8.
Rotroff will look for the first down here, going up the right side, and he might come up a little bit short. It is close, right at the sticks.
I think they are going to give it to him with a gain of 2.
And they will indeed get the green light to move the sticks on the far side. Another first down for Norwin. Tavares in the backfield, Rotroff to his right. Tavares looks to throw here. He fires it towards the end zone. It is caught at the 5, and the completion is made by Mike DeFazio down at...
I think it went through his hands there for DeFazio.
Oh, it was a little hard for us to see on the far side, so a break for the Knights. Incompletion brings up 2nd and 10.
And that's not only a break to, stop Norwin from moving the ball. It stops them from going so fast, I think.
And they go back to the ground with Rotroff, gets off a tackler, working far side, trying to get out towards the first down. As that extra shed off the tackler near the line of scrimmage, he was able to get a few extra yards to set up a 3rd and short. Got a player down for the Cats on the far side.
Gain of 6 there for Rotroff, and we have an injured Wildcat on the field. We'll take a break here on the Wildcats Network. 7-0 Norwin when we come back.
Some moments will be cherished forever. They shape who we become. We are Home Team Collections, your sports and graduation gift headquarters. And we honor these moments with the care and craftsmanship they deserve. Any team, any sport, any logo. Visit HomeTeamCollections.com today and save $10 off your first order.
Back here from the Latrobe Memorial Stadium, Aaron Gasky walking off the field under his own power with a 3rd and 4 coming up for Norwin with 1:28 remaining in the first quarter. Waiting for Gasky to get off the field, and a big 3rd down here as the Cats will force Norwin to a possible field goal here. And Rotroff's going to get the handoff, going starboard, and it seems he is going to have enough for the first down. It is close. He was able to get up to the marker, and they will move the sticks. A 1st and goal on the way for Norwin, as they are in prime position to make this a 2-possession game with under a minute remaining now in the first. And they go to the hurry up, and Rotroff is going to get the carry up the gut, tackled at the goal line, and he will be in for the Knights' touchdown.
7 yards out for Giovanni Rotroff, and set up by the 42-yard catch by Potter Brzeski, and the Norwin Knights not only have put 13 points right now on the Wildcats, but they've done so quickly here in the first quarter.
And Rotroff gets his third touchdown of the season, knocking in 2 against Kiski last week. Josefic on for the extra point to make it a 14-0 game here, and that will be the case with 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and the Knights are off and running here at Latrobe Memorial Stadium. 14-0 is the score. When we come back, you're watching the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group.
Why deal with the hassle of big city airports and connecting flights? At All Palmer Regional Airport in Latrobe, we make travel simple. Enjoy free parking right by the terminal, quick check-ins, and no long lines. All on a relaxed, easy-to-navigate airport. But the best part? We've got non-stop flights to sunny Orlando and Myrtle Beach every day. Plus, enjoy convenient twice-weekly service to Fort Lauderdale. No layovers, no stress, just smooth, non-stop service straight to your favorite vacation spots. Tired of flying into a bigger airport just to stand in line and catch a connection? Skip the chaos. Fly direct from Latrobe and start your getaway the smart way. Fly Latrobe. Fly direct. Fly smart.
AJ Uboa and Eli Meter back to receive for the Cats. Booted away towards the direction of Uboa, and he will carry it past the 1. Looking for some room. He had that big return as he is still on his feet, trying to get up to the 25, and that is where he will be tackled with a run of about 24 yards for AJ Uboa as the Cats offense comes on to the field. And Richard, it seems that it is necessary for the Cats to try to punch back here down by 14.
Yeah, I mentioned last drive that, Colton, it's important that the Cats last drive felt like they just needed to stay on the field. Now you need to stay on the field and get points, because if you're giving up points here seems like at mass against the Knights, you're just asking for problems. I don't think they want to play a track meet against this offense.
And Norwin gets the ball back to begin the second half. Uboa, a handoff, trying to go right after he started, looking to go left, and he's going to be tackled past the line of scrimmage.
I think they'll mark it as a gain of 1 for AJ, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Cats.
That will be the case, and Cats looking to see if they can get one more play off before we head to the second quarter. Clock simultaneous with the time clock.
I don't think they have to snap the ball here if they don't want to.
With the offense waiting around, and it seems that the Cats will take this one to the second quarter with a 2nd and 9 coming up when we come back on the Wildcats Network to begin the second quarter. 14-0 is the score. Knights lead. We'll be back with the second on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Back here to start the second, 2nd and 9 on the way. Uboa with the fake handoff. Scar was trying to throw it, but he had pressure in his face. Josh Leonard right there eyeing Scar in all the ways he was trying to send it out to Izzy McAmone, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Cats to begin the second quarter.
The second quarter is brought to you by Youngwood Eye Care. Vision is more important than a prescription. It's a precious gift at Youngwood Eye Care. Our doctors provide comprehensive eye care tailored to your health. lifestyles, and goals so you can see your best every day. Visit Youngwood Eye Care at 310 North 3rd Street in Youngwood. Youngwood Eye Care, caring for your vision and for you.
Scarton looks to throw on the 3rd and 9. Pressure all around. He is going to be dropped at the 14-yard line. No room to run for Scarton and no room to get the ball out looking for the first down with so many Knights around. I believe Max Fairley was there for the big sack for the Knights.
Yeah, I wonder if we can see a replay here brought to you by the Team Lamani Realty One Group, if possible.
At the C with Horner punting it away to Jake Knight. 14-0 is the score, and the Knights look to change that with his offensive drive coming up.
Warner will punt from it looks like his own 3-yard line.
And Knight will let it tap as it had a bounce at the 45, and it is going to take a Greater Latrobe bounce. As Greater Latrobe defense back onto the field with the Knights controlling every pace of this game so far, Richard.
Yeah, I know we didn't have the replay there, but on that 3rd down sack, it just felt like everything crumbled on that left side of the offensive line. And it starts with Lucas Altier on that end and Max Furley as well. 6'4" and 6'3", and you're going to have a hard time stopping that at the speed in which they come at you on defense.
As the speedy Knights defense back onto the field, and it's going to be a toss and a terrific read. Ackhammer denying any chance of running room for Dylan Greaves as he came over from the far side. Knights looking for the trickery there, but good eyes by the Cats to read it. Loss of 4.
That's a great play by Cash Ackhammer there. I don't know if we're going to get a replay because Norwin might go quick, but that was a terrific play by Ackhammer. He was not fooled at all by that, just jumped it right along the left tackle there.
Positive play for the Wildcats on defense, and the Knights trying to get some of those yards back. Tavares rolling right, looking downfield, has all kinds of time. He's going to sling it, and it's going to be caught, and a flag is down with the catch made on the far sideline. And we'll see what the flag is. Catch was made by Zach Pauling.
I think they may have an illegal man downfield, but the flag was thrown after he threw the ball. We'll see what the call is, and it is illegal man downfield. So it'll move the ball back 5 yards, and Cats have put the Knights behind the chains here, not only on a great play by Ackhammer, but forcing an illegal man downfield.
Pauling with the catch on the far sideline. He would have been short of the first down. It would have set up 3rd and short and manageable for the Knights, but instead they get pushed back, and it's going to result in a 2nd and 22.
It's good to see Aaron Gasky back on there on the defensive end, closest to your screen there.
Tavares looks to throw it. He's going to sling it. Pass incomplete. Trying to send it to Knight on the far side, with Knight trying to march upfield, trying to get a run there as a early anticipation for Knight, Richard, there on the incompletion, as he was trying to focus on the run after the catch.
Pass was a little bit in front of him as he kind of had to go sideways in order to try and make the catch to get whatever he could there. But here you go if you're the Wildcats. You've set yourselves up defensively in a great position to kind of put you where you were on offense. I know you want to be up further, potentially get a good return if you are able to hold them here. But they've set themselves up nice defensively here.
And a whistle as Tavares was taking the snap. And a flag is down. And it's going to be a false start against Norwin.
So back them up 5 more yards. And
3rd and 27 now. Knights need to get up to the Cats 43.
I would say it's about 3rd and route 30 for the Knights here.
Tavares, and they are going to hand it off, trying to get those yards back, getting up to the Knights 40 on the handoff to Rotroff. And the punting unit is coming on for Norwin.
Gain of 8 there for Rotroff, and so the Cats are able to force a 3 and out here, and that's a big series there defensively for the Wildcats.
Rutina and Burkett are back on the punt return, and a short kick by Pfeiffer, and it's going to take a Knights bounce as it is forced out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. Evan Pfeiffer, an offer the head out to Colorado to play for the Air Force Falcons. Falcons starting off their season against Bucknell last week a team that Andy Tatch is going to be seeing when he heads to Lehigh. As Greater Latrobe offense marching onto the field. And let's see if the Cats have an answer. Down 14-0 with 9:38 remaining in the second quarter.
One thing I noticed about Pfeiffer's kick there, it was a little short, but it took a backspin, and I'm pretty sure that was Dom Angelico there that was on the punt return. I thought for sure that he may have been trying to get a little bit of those finesse kind of touch then when you don't even mean to do it there. So kind of shows you a little bit of a technique there by Pfeiffer.
Scarton rolls, fires into traffic, pass incomplete. Would have been about 2 yards short of the first down, trying to sling it over to Eli Meter, who is still looking for his first catch of the season.
I know Dom right now is 1 for 5 for only 3 yards, but I think he's not turning the ball over. That's the good thing right now. If he's throwing the ball and it's errant, it's not in the way of a defender, and he's not forcing things. Obviously, got to get things going in the passing game, and I think the run does set up the pass here, so the Wildcats are kind of playing behind the sticks here, kind of playing behind offensively. A little bit of a slow start, but not putting the ball in harm's way so far.
Yeboah is going to get the handoff, trying to get past the line of scrimmage. Not much room to run. Seems it might be a gain of 1, but nonetheless, third down. Another one coming up for Greater Latrobe.
I think he's actually going to lose a yard here, Colton, and so going to set up a 3rd and long behind the sticks here for the Wildcats.
So a 3rd and 11. The scoreboard has it as a 3rd and 9. But you got to put 2 more yards on the board. 3rd and 11 up here with the Knights ahead 14-0.
Scarton's going to line up in the pistol here.
Looks to throw at the 20, has to get it off, and the catch is made by Ackhammer, looking for some room, trying to spin his way, and he gets up to where the ball was originally supposed to be with a tackle at around the 31-yard line, and the punt unit comes back on for Greater Latrobe.
Gain of just 4 there on the completion to Ackhammer, and so another 3 and out for the Wildcats here. That's their 3rd already tonight.
Greater Latrobe was trying to move the ball up. 4th and 7. Knight back to receive for Norwin. And Horner gets it away just in time. And Knight's going to let that one go, and it takes a terrific Greater Latrobe bounce. Hopefully the wind would try to push it some more, but a terrific kick by Mitch Horner with the ball being spotted at around the 24-yard line.
I've noticed that Norwin is trying to put some pressure on that left side of not just the offensive line, but they're trying to put some pressure on the left side of the punt blocking here. That's now the 3rd time it looks like that the Knights have been able to get to Horner and almost block it. But you mentioned it, Colton, a great bounce taken here by Mitch Horner. He's kind of perfected that, I think, over the course of the past 2 years with all the punting that he's had to do here.
Marked at the 24, and no room to run for Rotroff. Trying to get it up the gut, but that front wave for the Cats, they were there, and one of those guys was Wade Enoch.
Enoch was there as well, but I think Dylan Miller was the one that blew up this play here. Don't know if we're going to get it. Norwin's moving too quick in order for us to get some replays here, but it just blew it up there in front.
Rotroff right into the pile. Rotroff, no room to run. Tackle there, McAmone and Cochran there for the stop. Much better run penetration for the Cats, setting up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 there, gain of 2 for Rotroff. And here you go again. It's not necessarily long, but it's manageable here for the Knights. The Cats have put themselves in good 3rd downs here in the past 2 drives.
Rotroff in the backfield. Morris waiting for the play, sending a man over to the near side is DeFazia. 3rd and 7. Tavares gets it off, and the completion is made, but short of the first down. Rotroff is looking to send it upfield as Butina is there for the tackle along with Ackhammer. A gain of 5, 4th and 3. And the Greater Latrobe defense, with 3rd down stop there, punt unit out for Norwin.
That's now back-to-back series by the Greater Latrobe defense giving the chance here for their offense.
Burkett and Butina back to receive. Pfeiffer will punt it away on the second offensive possession of a row for the Knights. Fair catch called at the 29-yard line. Burkett with the catch as Greater Latrobe offense trying to get things going. 6:08 remaining in the first half. Talked about a little earlier, Norwin is going to get the ball to begin the third quarter.
They're going to start here at their own 27, so they pretty much started at around in between the 40 to 25-yard line here. Cats are trying to just get things going here. 3 and outs so far here tonight, and there's 5 3 and outs total here. So after a shaky start by the Wildcat defense, they've tightened it up here defensively in the second quarter.
They feed it to Yeboah. Start off this offensive drive. No room to run there, as the Cats were hopeful to march the ball down with a first down run, but nowhere to run for Yeboah. Tackle made by Mike DeFazio for Norwin.
Yeah, it's one thing, again, you've noticed is that it's just going to be a struggle to try and get things going inside against this Norwin defensive line, but I think they could have an advantage, at least if they try to run to the outside here. We'll see here as I believe Cash Ackhammer is going to line up behind Scarton in the pistol here.
Robert Young on the far side. He's still looking for his first catch of the season. And Ackhammer's going to get the handoff, trying to take it up, but nowhere to run. Mason Kugler reading that all the way around, and it's going to be another 3rd and long coming up for Greater Latrobe. Mark it down as a 3rd and 10, no gain on the play.
Yeah, no yards there gained, and so another 3rd and 9 plus for the Wildcats here.
Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Norwin still holds a 14-0 lead. As the Cats, they need to convert 9 for a first down. Scarton back to pass. Gets it off. A completion made Butina towards the first down marker in the heavy traffic. Santino Brasco comes up with the tackle, and they will move the sticks for the Cats' first down.
Nice job by Sawyer Butina understanding where the first down was on that play. It's a gain of 9 for Butina, or I think they're going to mark it as a gain of 10. First down for Greater Latrobe, and that's a good thing going here. The second first down for the Wildcats here.
Spotted at the Cats 38. The Cats get the first down conversion they were looking for. Scarton back to pass again. A lot of heat down the near sideline, and it is incomplete. Trying to feed it to Meter. One-on-run coverage there on the near side pattern. Pauling on coverage for Norwin.
Again, I like the idea of just going one-on-one against these Norwin cornerbacks, because the Wildcats do have a speed on the outside. I know they're missing Andy Tash, and that is a big loss, but they still got speed on the outside with Eli Meter and Sawyer Butina, and they got players that have a feel for the position as well.
12 catches last year for Eli Meter, still looking for his first catch of this season in his junior year.
Starting again in the pistol.
And it's going to be a handoff to Yeboah, trying for some room. He's going to gain 1, maybe 2 yards. Tackled at around the 39, and it's going to bring up another 3rd and long for the Cats as they are towards midfield, as they need to get up to the 48 for a first down and gain it to 3rd and 8.
That time they did get a better push up front in order to gain more than just the 1 or no gains that they've been getting here so far. So again, another 3rd and long-ish, manageable-ish, kind of in that medium range. See what the Cats draw up.
Scarton, a roll, complete. Gasky, short of the first down. Tackled out of bounds at around the 44. So if that's the case, it'll be a 3rd and about 4 for Greater Latrobe if they want to go for it.
And I think Norman's going to call a timeout here with 2:56 left on the clock here. And with that, let's mention one of our sponsors here. The Alamo Restaurant Group is the owners of your local McDonald's at Mount Laurel Plaza and Lincoln Avenue. They're now hiring. Stop by either location to pick up an application or apply online anytime at jobs.mchire.com. Join the team today and start your career with McDonald's. Again, that's McDonald's at the Mount Laurel Plaza and on Lincoln Avenue.
They're going to mark it as a 4th and 6 at the 42. So decision time here. You don't want to give up a turnover on downs. Knights would have it.
Yeah, Mitch Horner is going to make his way out there. So, and I think that this is the right move here. And not only are you inside your own 45, but defense has been playing well. Kind of get them in a rhythm. Hopefully the offense can pick it up as well. Kind of take the energy of what the defense has done the last 2 drives and see what they can do here.
Norwin coming up empty on their last 2 offensive possessions. It's a fake! It's a fake! Look at the roll out, the throw, trying to get it to Gasky. Does he have the completion? And he does! The trickery, the fake works for the Cats. First down, Greater Latrobe.
Oh, those tricky Cats.
Wisniewski with the throw, the Gasky.
Those tricky Cats. Man. That's a gain of about 9, and that's a first down for the Wildcats. Watch it here.
Tiptoeing it on the near side. And they get it in the Knights' territory, and a flag is down. It's going to be a delay of game, a lot of excitement with the fake, the completion, and the first down for Greater Latrobe, but they get pushed back to their side of the field.
Yeah, so the participation penalty puts them back. Your legal participation penalty pushes them back 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15. I'll tell you what, they like a lot of what they've seen out of Aaron Gasky. Not only defensively, they like what he brings on the defensive end. They like what he can be as a receiver and kind of that H-back tight end role. So good to see Aaron Gasky kind of finding a role here for the Wildcats.
Scarton's going to roll out again, firing. Speak of the devil, Gasky with the catch, trying to get up to the original line of scrimmage as he gets it at the 50. It's going to be about a 2nd and 11.
That's now 3 straight completions for Aaron Gasky, or to Aaron Gasky.
Mark him at the 49, 2nd and 12.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 12 here for the Wildcats. Passing game has kind of gotten those quick completions going. Remember, the Wildcats only threw 5 times last year against the Knights, so this is kind of uncharted territory that the Knights were thinking that they might see more passing, but they've taken away the running game for the Wildcats here.
Yeboah in the Knights' territory, gaining a few yards, getting past the original line of scrimmage and getting it into Norwin territory, but it's going to be another 3rd and long as they mark the ball at the Knights 47.
Gain of 4. Correction, gain of 5. And gain of 5 there for the Wildcats, and it will be 3rd and 7.
Time winding down in the first half. Knights get the ball to begin the second. And a whistle and a timeout is called by Tom McIntyre. And we will step aside here on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group, a 3rd and 8 for the Cats on the other side.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Third and 8 with 2:08 remaining in the second quarter, with Norwin ahead 14-0 on Greater Latrobe. Scarton fakes the handoff to Yeboah, back the pass, gets it off just in time, trying to feed it to Meter, and the pass incomplete, hauling on coverage again. 4th and 8 on the way. What will Greater Latrobe decide to do in that graveyard zone, Richard? And Horner is going to come on the punt. And it seems that they will send it off this time around.
Yeah, kind of in that no man's land area. Again, they're liking this matchup with Eli Meter and Zach Pauling down at. It's been typically on the near side of your screen, at the bottom of the screen here. I got a feeling one of those are going to come in the Wildcats' favor here coming up.
And a high snap, Horner boots it away at the 40, and the fair catch is called by Knight as he gets on his knees to the 28-yard line. 1:57 remaining, and Norwin has all 3 timeouts as they will try to march it down the field to make it a 3-possession game. And Greater Latrobe's defense, they look to hold, hopeful that it's still 14-0. Or Cats will maybe see if they can try to get a score with 1:57 remaining, but the score is 14-0 for now. Cats maybe hopeful to keep it that way when we head to the third.
And they do have all 3 timeouts in their disposal.
And a run up the gut, a lot of grass up to the 35. And once again, another carry for Rotroff.
Gain of 8 there for Rotroff, and instead of a 2nd and 2.
And they will feed it to Rotroff again. Some room trying to get into Cats territory. He does, as black jerseys everywhere trying to bring him down. And the high-powered offense, the speedy offense, and a first down carry for Rotroff. And a whistle and a timeout is called, taken by Tom McIntyre.
Gain of 15 for Rotroff there. It does bring up a new set of downs here for the Wildcats.
And a different offense, Richard, this week compared to last week. Plum really liked to take their time settling things down, and that is not the case for the Knights. Really using that speedy offense to their advantage, and that's why they were able to get those 2 touchdowns, the only 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Yeah, and I think the Wildcats they've adapted to it. They've been able to force Norman a little bit behind the sticks here. And so, 2 plays here, and you obviously want to be better on these first 2 plays, trying to contain here as you're nearing the final minute 31 here of the first half. But I think the last couple drives, the Wildcats have done a good job defensively in order to limit the speed of Norman's offense.
1st and 10 at the Cats 49. Take the handoff, play action. All kinds of time. Tavares down the field, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Was a little too far, trying to feed it to Cooper Wilson as the senior was trying to get the catch. Stops the clock with 1:24 left in the first half.
Story Butina on the coverage there. Want to mention here one of our sponsors, the Arnold Palmer Regional Airport. Step up to hassle-free travel at Arnold Palmer Regional Airport with friendly staff, no long lines, free parking, and direct flights every day. Fly direct, fly smart, fly Latrobe, where your journey begins stress-free.
That was Dylan Greaves on the carry. Nowhere to run, though. Clock's going to continue the roll on the 3rd and 9, 1:10 remaining.
Gain of only 1 there for Greaves, and so a minute 4 left here.
Tavares has plenty of time. Relaxing in the pocket. Tavares, he hasn't run tonight. He's going to throw it to a wide open man. It is caught. Brzezinski sends off the tackler, and he is going to go into the end zone for the score. Prater Brzezinski was left wide open, and he takes it to the house. 48 yards for the touchdown.
Wonder if we can get here a Team Lamani Realty One Group replay on that play. Tristan Tavares just had all the time in the world. There you see, it starts here halfway through the play. Tavares then rolls to his right, and then he gets Izzy McMahon to bite on the play, and then he breaks the tackle, and walk-in touchdown for Brzezinski and the Knights. Capitalize on another big play.
Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. 21-0. 48 yards. Prater Brzezinski as the junior takes it. We'll be back here on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group. 21-0 is the score with the Knights in front.
Hi, I'm Matt Alamo, the new owner of both McDonald's here in Latrobe. We look forward to wowing you as customers and employees, and to join our team, apply at mchire.com or come to either location in person. Go Wildcats!
Back here on the Wildcats Network, Piotr Brzezinski. Another touchdown on the season. On the 3rd and long, and the Cats only 48 seconds to work with, 1 timeout before we head to the second half.
5 plays, 73 yards for the Knights. They capitalized on a 48-yard touchdown pass from Tristan Tavares to Piotr Brzezinski. Brzezinski can play. We talked with, obviously we mentioned Mike Brown. We talked with him. I know you talked with him a little bit extensively. I have a feeling that Brzezinski mentioned in the last meeting between these two, caught a couple passes, caught a touchdown. He's been a difference maker here tonight.
It's going to be a squib. Macamon was trying to pick it up at the 30, and it's going to be caught to Meter at the 20. Meter with some room as he tries to chug along past the 30, and he cannot get inside there. 40 seconds to work and only 1 timeout for the Cats offense.
We'll start at their 29-yard line with 40 seconds left.
So Greater Latrobe will give it a try. They got to go 71 yards. Only 1 timeout to work with in 40 seconds.
We mentioned in the pre-show here a little bit that the Wildcats, I felt like, needed to take away the running ability of Tristan Tavares. They've done that, but Tavares still with 125 yards here in the first half, and apart from a little bit of a dry spell in that second quarter, Norman's pretty much had their way offensively in the first half.
Scarton to throw at the 20, gets it off in the traffic, and it is caught. Meter with his first catch of the season, down to the 43. So the Cats in business, but they got to hurry up. Clock stops with 34 seconds left, and now they continue to move it, now down to 30 seconds until we head to the third quarter. Scarton gets it off. He's going to roll. He's going to fire in and out of the hands of Gasky. As the Cats are trying to take a play out of the Knights book, trying to go hurry up there, but the incompletion, the Gasky stops the clock with 24 seconds left.
Yeah, the previous play before the incompletion was a gain of 16 for Meter. And 2nd and 10 here for the Cats. They do have only 1 timeout here with 24 seconds left. Probably ideally, if they want a chance for Mitch Horner, got to get to around the 25-yard line of the Knights.
Scarton in the pocket. Has time. Gets it off. Caught in the traffic again. It's going to be a first down.
And about 12 there for Meter.
It's Meter again. Another catch in the traffic. And Tom McIntyre is going to use that final timeout with 17 seconds on the clock.
Again, here another timeout on the Wildcats Network, as at Home Team Collections, your memories deserve the finest showcase. Handcrafted in the USA, our custom frames and display cases preserve and celebrate your achievements. From school colors to laser-cut logos, every detail is personalized just for you. And with free shipping on every order, framing your legacy has never been easier. Home Team Collections, where your memories live forever.
Greater Latrobe can gain some positive momentum if they at least can attempt to try to get a field goal on the board. Only 17 seconds to work with, and no more timeouts.
Well, they've put themselves here in a position to potentially get it to around the 25. If they can do another one of those plays like they had to Meter in 2 of the last 3 tries, they can set themselves up here. I think around in between the 25 and 30, that's about his range. We'll see if they can get it there.
Scarton. Knights bring heat towards the end zone. Gasky almost intercepted. Carson Miller was looking for the pick. It would have been around the 5-yard line. In and out of his hands. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 with 11 seconds on the clock.
And now you kind of run into a little bit of a situation here where no more timeouts. I think it's going to be hard to get a completion inbounds and then try and spike it. So they may just try and do a couple of shots at the end zone here. I know Dom can throw about 60 yards, so 43 is probably nothing for him.
2nd and 10 at the 43. Scarton with time. Fires, and that is intercepted. Room to run. Josh Leonard down the sidelines, and Yeboah forces him out at the 10 with no time on the clock. So a break for Greater Latrobe. The Knights will not have a chance for a field goal, but Josh Leonard almost took that to the house for a pick six.
Wonder if we can get a replay here real quick of a touchdown-saving tackle by A.J. Yeboah. Not even a tackle, just a push out of bounds. I don't think we will. But some work here for the Wildcats to try and clean up here, try and get things going offensively, and trying to see if they can contain the Norwin offense here in the second half.
A.J. Yeboah with the touchdown-saving tackle on the attempted pick six by Josh Leonard as the Knights lead 21-0, and they will receive the football when we begin the third quarter. Halftime show on the way. All Knights in the first 24 minutes of play. Norwin leads 21-0 on Greater Latrobe. Halftime show coming up when we come back on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group.
Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Be on the lookout as the band opens the show with the iconic theme from James Bond and the slinking sounds of the Pink Panther. Now prepare to get groovy as the band performs Soul Bossa Nova from Austin Powers. And band, your final mission, should you choose to accept it, is to beat the clock with a thrilling rendition of the theme from Mission Impossible. The Great Lakota Wildcat Marching Band is under the direction of Brian Chekon, assisted by Jeff Thornton, Morgan Rockwell, and student teacher Daniel Dunbar. The color guard is directed by Kate Richards with instructor Jessica Wilson. The drum line is directed by Anthony Franco. Student leaders include Austin Aiken, Caitlin Anderson, Lavanya Bays, Mackenzie Bloom, Henry Bradley, Dom Farrakhan, Kelsey McClellan, Madison McLean, Jericho Neal, Leo Olson, Ray Swiderski, Addison Weston, and Elise Wolfgang. The Great Latrobe Wildcat Marching Band would like to thank the WPIAL, School District Administration, and the Board of School Directors for their continued support of the arts. Let's hear it one more time for your Great Latrobe Wildcat Marching Band.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that known across the state that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Hi, I'm Jason Brinker. This is my wife Hannah, our daughter Charlotte, and our son Stephen, and we welcome you to Lepatich Brinker Funeral Home. Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys. We are most appreciative of your trust and will do our best to prove we are where dignity prevails.
The Wildcats Student Store has the largest variety of clothing and merchandise you'll find anywhere, for any time of year. Shop in store or online and have your order shipped to you or picked up at the high school. Let's go Cats!
Hi, I'm Matt Alamo, the new owner of both McDonald's here in Latrobe. We look forward to wowing you as customers and employees, and to join our team, apply at mchire.com or come to either location in person. Go Wildcats!
Hello, my name's Steve Lamani, and I want to introduce you to the #1 real estate team in your area.
We pride ourselves in giving back to our community.
That's why we have this box truck to make the moving experience easier for our clients.
At Team Lamani, our clients always come first.
And we're here to help our clients reach new heights.
We keep track of every detail for you.
Thank you for trusting us with such an important job, and go Cats!
Some moments will be cherished forever. They shape who we become. We are Home Team Collections, your sports and graduation gift headquarters. And we honor these moments with the care and craftsmanship they deserve. Any team, any sport, any logo. Visit HomeTeamCollections.com today and save $10 off your first order.
Why deal with the hassle of big city airports and connecting flights? At All Palmer Regional Airport in Latrobe, we make travel simple. Enjoy free parking right by the terminal, quick check-ins, and no long lines. All on a relaxed, easy-to-navigate airport. But the best part? You've got non-stop flights to sunny Orlando and Myrtle Beach every day. Plus, enjoy convenient twice-weekly service to Fort Lauderdale. No layovers, no stress, just smooth, non-stop service straight to your favorite vacation spots. Tired of flying into a bigger airport just to stand in line and catch a connection? Skip the chaos. Fly direct from Latrobe and start your getaway the smart way. Fly Latrobe. Fly direct. Fly smart.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelroyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Hi, I'm Jason Brinker. This is my wife Hannah, our daughter Charlotte, and our son Stephen, and we welcome you to Lepatich Brinker Funeral Home. Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family-owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys. We are most appreciative of your trust and will do our best to prove we are where dignity prevails.
The Wildcats Student Store has the largest variety of clothing and merchandise you'll find anywhere, for any time of year. Shop in store or online and have your order shipped to you or picked up at the high school. Let's go Cats!
Hi, I'm Matt Alamo, the new owner of both McDonald's here in Latrobe. We look forward to wowing you as customers and employees, and to join our team, apply at mchire.com or come to either location in person. Go Wildcats!
Hello, my name's Steve Lamani, and I want to introduce you to the #1 real estate team in your area.
We pride ourselves in giving back to our community.
That's why we have this box truck to make the moving experience easier for our clients.
At Team Lamani, our clients always come first.
And we're here to help our clients reach new heights.
We keep track of every detail for you.
Thank you for trusting us with such an important job, and go Cats!
Some moments will be cherished forever. They shape who we become. We are Home Team Collections, your sports and graduation gift headquarters. And we honor these moments with the care and craftsmanship they deserve. Any team, any sport, any logo. Visit HomeTeamCollections.com today and save $10 off your first order.
Why deal with the hassle of big city airports and connecting flights? At All Palmer Regional Airport in Latrobe, we make travel simple. Enjoy free parking right by the terminal, quick check-ins, and no long lines. All on a relaxed, easy-to-navigate airport. But the best part? We've got non-stop flights to sunny Orlando and Myrtle Beach every day. Plus, enjoy convenient twice-weekly service to Fort Lauderdale. No layovers, no stress, just smooth, non-stop service straight to your favorite vacation spots. Tired of flying into a bigger airport just to stand in line and catch a connection? Skip the chaos. Fly direct from Latrobe and start your getaway the smart way. Fly Latrobe. Fly direct, fly smart. Why deal with the hassle of big city airports and connecting flights?
We are back here on the Wildcats Network presented by West Media Group. All Norwin in the first half of play as they lead 21-0 as we head to the third quarter. Man, Richard, the stats A lot of offense for the Knights as they were running around the field in the first 24 minutes.
Yeah, Tristan Tavares was 9 of 13 with 125 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. A 17-yard touchdown pass to Josh Leonard. And then it was Potter Brzezinski who had a 48-yard touchdown catch on a play in which Tristan Tavares just had all the time in the world. Seemed like he was in the pocket for about 10 seconds. And Brzezinski then made the catch and broke a tackle on the sideline, and that made it 21-0. And then Giovanni Rotroff had a 7-yard touchdown run, including that as well. I think here he had 14 rushes for 91 yards and a touchdown. So, again, offense for the Norwin Knights, like you said. For the Wildcats, a lot of it came in those final 2 drives of the first half. Dom Scarton, 8 of 17 for 60 yards. He did have the interception on the final play of the first half. A.J. Yeboah, 10 rushes for just 15 yards. And then the passing game, Aaron Gasky, 3 receptions for 15 yards. Eli Meter with his first 2 catches of the season for 28 yards. And Sawyer Butina, 2 catches for 20 yards as well.
And giving a quick look at some other scores, the Cats' opponent next week, they have a tough matchup. They are losing at home at the moment against Upper St. Clair, 42-0. USC leads Franklin Regional in the Battle of the Panthers there. And Moon beating Penn Trafford at the moment, 14-12. And Plum, Cats' opponent last week, 10-7 against Gateway. As we move along to the third quarter of play, Knight with some room past the 30 up to the 35, and he's going to be dragged down by Butina at the 39 on the Cats side of the field. A run for the senior Jake Knight as Norwin is in good field position as they try to march down the field to add on to their lead to begin the third. It will be marked at the 37.
It seemed like the Wildcats had him bottled up here at around the 19-20 yard line, and then he just spun out of a couple tackles and was able to get to the side in which no one was at. Luckily, the Cats were able to get a secondary contained towards that side in order to prevent a long touchdown.
Rotroff up the gut as he gets past the 40-yard line as the Knights out of the gate trying to inch their way to the plus side of the field. A gain of around 5 there. They're bringing up second and medium. Hurry up offense once again. Rotroff is going to get another carry and a good eye up front for that Cats defense. It was Aaron Gasky on the tackle to set up 3rd and 3 for Norwin. It will be big if the Cats can get the Norwin offense off the field to begin the third.
Well, so the Knights are going to run with tempo here to start the second half. They didn't necessarily go hurry up right after that. They looked to the sideline.
Rotroff is going to get the carry, spinning his way. Does that extra effort give him the first down? That is extremely close.
I think he might be a little bit short here.
Cochran there on the tackle for Greater Latrobe, and they will mark him short. 4th and inches. Hurry up, Norwin. Going for it there. Tavares, and that extra effort with the elbow is going to get him up past midfield and for the first down. Ackhammer on the tackle for the Cats.
Well, there's Tristan Tavares being able to run the ball there. Just his 2nd carry of the night.
Tavares with the fake, and he's going to use the legs again. Getting up inside the 45. Tackle there by Gasky. Wade Enoch also there for Greater Latrobe. Ball marked at the 44. The Knights, their hurry-up offense continues in the third. Rochoff with a carry. Looking to go up the gut here on the 2nd and 6 carry. Gets up towards the first down marker. It's going to be a little bit short as he was tackled around the 40.
And a 4 there, I believe, for Rotroff.
3rd and 2. They feed Rotroff again. Burkett, can he bring him down as the whistles blow? Rotroff with another carry, and it will be enough to move the sticks for the Knights' first down. Another carry for Giovanni Rotroff, the junior.
19th carry of the night.
2 touchdowns coming into this game as he is going to go up the gut again. With this hurry-up offense plaguing the Greater Latrobe defense so far in this contest, Richard.
And right now it's not even necessarily the big plays that they're going hurry up after. They're just getting these little carries of about 2, 3, 4 yards. And that just wears down a defense, especially up front.
Rotroff again. Tackle applied by Wisniewski.
Gain of another 5 there.
And is it going to be enough to move the sticks? It is not. 3rd and short.
Up 2 here.
And they go hurry up again. Tavares faking everybody. Green grass, and he will go into the end zone untouched. 30 yards. Tristan Tavares. They're going to dance to the end zone. Nobody around.
Completely faked everyone out there. I don't know if we have a Team Lamani Realty One Group replay here. Yes, we do. See here, Tavares, and he just pulls it away from Dylan Greaves, who was the running back there, and yeah, no one in front of him there, and a walk-in for Tristan Tavares as the snap is down, hold is there, and it's good for Josephic, and the score is 28-0 in favor of the Norwin Knights. Wildcats need an answer on offense. We'll be right back here on the Wildcats Network, brought to you by West Media Group.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Tristan Tavares from 30 yards out for his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. Tristan Tavares using his legs to take it into the end zone. And it's a score to begin the 3rd on the first offensive possession of the second half. Booted away 28-0 is the score. Yeboah at the 15, looking for some room. Chugging along as he gets towards the 30. It's Greater Latrobe. Offense comes onto the field for the first time here in the 3rd quarter. And Tristan Tavares, Richard, using his arm and his legs, has some Division III offers, Allegheny, Waynesburg, and Gettysburg. It's Tristan Tavares showing how he can obviously play football at the next level if he so pleases.
Yeah, and Giovanni Rotroff along with Tavares, they have combined for, so far at least here in the 3rd quarter, 155 rushing yards, and that goes with Tavares' 125 passing yards. Pretty good night for the Knights' top duo.
It's a give to Cochran up the gut towards the first down marker past the 35-yard line. As Greater Latrobe still attempting to get on the board. Gain of about 7 there for Cochran. Actually, we'll give it a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Ty Wisniewski is going to come on. Scarton to the sidelines.
I know Ty Wisniewski has not been able to, participate. He's been dealing with illness, injury, so they like using him in these packages here where he can do something like this.
Wisniewski's trying to pick up the first down, only needing a yard.
I think that should be enough, though, for a first down.
Brasco with the tackle for Norwin. They will move the sticks for the first down. It was Wisniewski grabbing his right thigh. Wisniewski and Scarton, the 2 juniors, as Wisniewski. He was able to get the first down, but injury will be back on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group. We're back on the Wildcats Network. Ty Wisniewski getting checked out on the field as he was able to rush up for that yard for the first down on the 2nd and 1.
We want to mention our third quarter sponsor here on the Wildcats Network. Team Lamani Realty One Group is here to make your move easier than ever. Our experienced real estate professionals are dedicated to guiding you every step of the way. And now they're excited to offer their very own box truck for clients. Another way Team Lamani goes above and beyond. Call them today and let's get moving.
Had a look at the Knights sidelines, led by Mike Brown. Penn Trafford graduate, played college football at Mercyhurst. And Scarton back into the game. He is going to roll out, tiptoeing his way down to the far sideline towards the first down marker. See if he will have enough for the first down as Ben Markle was running him down on the Knights side of the field. We'll mark him a little bit short.
I'm not one to criticize officials here, but I don't love that spot. Thought he would be about a 2nd and 1 there. Nonetheless, it's only a 2-yard difference.
2nd and 3. The Knights controlling every aspect of this game and hopeful to keep it that way. And if the Knights hold on, it'll be a big confidence booster for a team that has not reached the WPIAL playoffs since 2017. And the Knights reading every aspect of that handoff there. It's going to be a 3rd and short on the way for Greater Latrobe.
Loss of 1 there for Cochran, and it'll be a 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats here.
Clayton Burkett comes onto the field, and a huddle for the Cats with 7:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Scarton in the pistol with Cochran still as the back for the Wildcats.
Scarton fires it long towards the middle of the field, and the catch almost made. Izzy McAmone was trying to bring him down on coverage with Knight. It's going to be a 4th and 4, and Mitch Horner comes back onto the field again for the punt.
Wildcats do have a fake punt conversion here tonight on Ty Wisniewski, 9-yard completion to Aaron Gasky, but I think the Knights, they appear as if they're backing up here in preparation for potential fake.
Knight back to receive. Oh, it is blocked, and can it be picked up? It cannot, as Connor Uray was going to try the run to the end zone if he was able to pick it up. And a player down for Greater Latrobe. And the Knights are going to have terrific field position as they will be around the Cats 27.
Take a timeout here for an injured Wildcat. Knights have it set up in business here in Wildcat territory, 28-0, when we come back on the Wildcats Network.
The neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
At all Palmer Regional Airport in Latrobe, we make travel simple. Enjoy free parking right by the terminal, quick check-ins, and no long lines. All on a relaxed, easy-to-navigate airport. But the best part? You've got non-stop flights to sunny Orlando and Myrtle Beach every day. Plus, enjoy convenient twice-weekly service to Fort Lauderdale. No layovers, no stress, just smooth, non-stop service straight to your favorite vacation spots. Tired of flying into a bigger airport just to stand in line and catch a connection? Skip the chaos. Fly direct from Latrobe and start your getaway the smart way. Fly Latrobe. Fly direct. Fly smart.
Back here on the Wildcats Network, it was Ty Wisniewski as the Knights in field position at the 26, and they fire it towards the end zone, and the pass is incomplete, but there's going to be a flag down. Letty was on coverage in the end zone as the Knights tried to send it to Brzezinski for another touchdown.
It's either going to be pass interference or holding against Letty here, and they're going to get a pass interference, so it'll be half the distance to the goal.
And Letty, who had an interception last week. And the Knights on the block on the punt, and now they march it up inside the 20.
Colton, I know we talked about this prior to tonight's game, but I think Norwin's going to be a force in 6A this year. The way they're playing.
Tavares with the rollout, trying to hit into the end zone towards the goal line, and is he in? He is. Touchdown, Tavares using his legs again for the score.
13-yard touchdown from Tristan Tavares. He's got 55 yards rushing now. He's got a touchdown run of 30 yards and a touchdown run of 13 yards. And the Knights are not taking their foot off the gas here. Pending a Tristan Josephic extra point, would have a 35-0 lead here in the third quarter.
Another rushing touchdown for Tavares, his 6th on the season. It is all Norwin here tonight. Pauling's the holder. Kick is on the way, and it is good. 35-0, or 34-0, I should say. 35-0. They put the extra point on the board, as it is all complete control for the Knights tonight with 6:41 remaining in the third. You're watching the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group.
Some moments will be cherished forever. They shape who we become. We are Home Team Collections, your sports and graduation gift headquarters. And we honor these moments with the care and craftsmanship they deserve. Any team, any sport, any logo. Visit HomeTeamCollections.com today and save $10 off your first order.
Back here on the Wildcats Network. Eboa and Meter back on the kickoff return for Greater Latrobe. And Richie, like we talked about, this is going to be a terrific confidence booster for Norwin after starting off the season with that heartbreaking loss to Penn Trafford and then picking it up with Kiski, defeating them last week, and a good run back here by Meter as he gets past the 35, and he will be marked down at around the 38. And this is a Knights team, Richard, that has to go up against some of the best competition in all of the WPIAL, being in 6A. You have to deal with Mount Lebanon, North Allegheny, and obviously Central Catholic. And the Knights, this is a team that is looking to go back to the playoffs. It's been a little bit. 2017 was the last time that the Knights played in a WPIAL playoff game, when they ran into Pine Richland in the first round of the 6A tournament, 49-14. Pine Richland would go on to take the WPIAL championship, and that was when Phil Dracovic was unstoppable. Dracovic went on to Notre Dame after that, and then he ended his career at Boston College, as that one is going to be a backwards run for Greater Latrobe, as the Cats are still trying to get on the board. It was a carry at the start, as he was able to keep it.
Well, this is trending the way of the Knights here tonight, obviously. Still have time here for the Wildcats, but think of it's a complete opposite feel, I think, this year for Norwin than it was last year, because this time last year they just lost to Greater Latrobe, and they were still 2-1, but they didn't win a game after that. So this is a nice win for the Norwin Knights if it holds to be true here tonight.
And they're going to have their first 6A contest next week. Take on Seneca Valley.
Wisniewski back in for the Wildcats.
And it's going to be a handoff, some room to run for A.J. Yeboah, marching inside the 40, down to the 35. A monster run for Yeboah, as the Cats still looking to get on the board with inside 5 minutes remaining in the third.
That's the longest play of the night for the Wildcats tonight, gain of 28 for A.J. Yeboah. And it sets up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Norwin 35.
Yeboah in the backfield as Scarton comes back onto the field. Had to step off because his helmet came off 2 plays ago. And Yeboah is going to get another carry, some room to run again as he gets inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line, a gain of about 7 or 8 for A.J. Yeboah with the tackle by Gio Algieri for the Knights.
Nice back-to-back runs there by A.J. Really nothing has been going the Wildcats' way in the run game tonight, so nice to see them kind of get things going in the run game here on the offensive side of the ball.
They give him a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 at the Knights' 29. And the Knights still hopeful to keep the shutout alive, as it is going to be another handoff to Yeboah on the fade to Scarton. As Yeboah is going to be tackled at 30, about a gain of 1. If that's the case, it'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
I think they're actually, Colton, I think they're actually going to mark them for a loss of 1 there. Set up a 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats here. 3rd downs have not been kind to the Wildcats tonight.
They do mark it at the 30.
Sawyer Butina will bring the play in here.
Cats will stay home next week as they will begin conference play in the Big East in 5A. Take on Franklin Regional. Yeboah carry left side, and the ball is, or was it out? Yeboah is going to be short of the 1st down. I think Norwin was maybe signaling that they were going to have the ball as A.J. Yeboah is down. We'll take a break here on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group. Injury timeout.
Hi, I'm Jason Brinker. This is my wife Hannah, our daughter Charlotte, and our son Stephen, and we welcome you to Lepatich Brinker Funeral Home. Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys. We are most appreciative of your trust and will do our best to prove we are where dignity prevails.
Back here on the Wildcats Network, A.J. Yeboah was able to get up under his own power. 4th and 3 on the way. And the Cats offense will stay on the field. Need 3 yards to convert. Down 35-0 tonight.
4th and 3.
Scarton's going to line up in the pistol here. And Dante Durjan is going to be the running back here, and a timeout's called here by Tom McIntyre here.
Dante Durjan, the freshman, on the 4th and 3. And Richard, you talk about with the Knights with their 6A schedule coming up. This is a program, like we talked about, that has to deal with so much tough competition in 6A with Central Catholic, North Allegheny, and Mount Lebanon, to name a few. And this is a Knights program that has never played for a WPIAL championship. The Knights are one of 2 active 6A teams that have never played in the WPIAL championship game in football, the Knights and Cannon McMillan. As Mike Brown really has this program moving forward in the right direction. They were in that contest against Penn Trafford and that big win against Kiski. So there's going to be a lot of positive momentum for the Knights as they begin 6A play.
They thought they would take a year 2 jump last year. They didn't, but they're taking a year 3 jump this year, it seems like.
Looking to head back to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Scarton is going to let it go, and the pass is incomplete on the 4th and 3, with Norwin bringing all the heat they are able to muster up, and Scarton cannot get it to Ackhammer. A turnover on downs, and we shall see if Tristan Tavares is going to come back onto the field. Let's see if maybe somebody else might come in to play quarterback from Norwin.
I wonder if that's the case. He is coming out there. I saw Rotroff was making his way back out there, so Norwin will start with possession here at their own 28-yard line.
Greater Latrobe will stay here at Latrobe Memorial Stadium. Take on Franklin Regional next week. It's going to be a handoff to Greaves as he pushes himself up to the 35. That is where he will be tackled at along the left hash for a gain of about 4.
Gain of 7 there for Greaves.
Mark him down to 35. And Norwin not having that hurry-up offense at 35-0. Now you just want to run down this clock and head back home with a win and get ready for Seneca Valley next week. And they are going to move the chains there for the first down on the run for number 25. That is the sophomore Parker Rigo.
Gain of 4 yards there.
And the Knights, they are going to bring in a new quarterback. It's the sophomore, Max Ritz. And the handoff up the gut and a tackle towards the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of about 1. Tackle there for Greater Latrobe. It went to Max Dominic.
Alex Alfaro with, or correct me, that's Parker Rigo for back-to-back carries for the Knights, and a flag is down.
Max Ritz, new quarterback in, and that's going to be a penalty against the Knights.
So it'll back them up 5 yards. Clock continues to run here in the third quarter. Down to about 36 seconds here. 2nd and 12 here for the Knights.
Clock winding down with the final 12 minutes on the board in 23 seconds. Ritz, all kinds of time at the 30. He's going to roll to the left, trying to use the legs. Ritz looks to run. He will, and he gets up to the 45 on the far sideline. Ritz had all the time in the world as he marks the ball up to the 45.
I think that'll give him about 8 there.
And that will take us to the fourth quarter. Norwin in complete control of this contest here tonight. 35-0 is the score. When we come back, you're watching the Wildcats Network presented by West Media Group.
That's why we have this box truck to make the moving experience easier for our clients.
At Team Lamani, our clients always come first.
And we're here to help our clients reach new heights.
We keep track of every detail for you.
Thank you for trusting us with such an important job, and go Cats!
Back here on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group, Colin the Bias, shown alongside Richard Hillwig. And Richard, there really isn't much to say. It's just, hasn't been the Cats' night. Knew it was going to be a tough contest going in this 5A, 6A matchup, and it's a complete reversal compared to what we saw last year with the Cats defeating Norwin, and it seems that might not be the case tonight.
Yeah, here it's 3rd and 4 for the Knights. They're on 45.
And Ritz is going to throw, and it is complete inside the 40. What a catch! Gio Algieri, the junior, with the grab for the first down for Norwin.
Gain of 16 there.
And the Knights go back to hurry up, and right up the gut, it's going to be another first down for Norwin. It's going to be a handoff to Parker Rigo. And my apologies, that was actually Stephen Kafer who had that first down grab for the Knights, and now the second team seeing what they can do with a hurry up here, and not much there on the carry, getting inside the 25 for Parker Rigo. Clock continues to roll with 11:10 remaining in this one. Second and 8. Knights taking their time ahead 35-0.
In motion for the Knights.
And Ritz is going to hand it off. It's going to be Rigo working. The flag is down as Rigo gets tackled at around the 15. Tackle made by Dominic. We'll check the flag, and it's going to come back. Hold against the Knights.
Yeah, so the running clock is still in effect here for the Knights at 35-0.
See if we can have a look at some other scores. Last time we checked, Upper St. Clair was controlling things against the Cats' opponent next week, Franklin Regional. 49-6 is the score in Murraysville in the battle of the Panthers. Upper St. Clair and Franklin Regional. USC leads Franklin 49-6. And another handoff. It's Rigo again. About a 6-yard gain. Able to get a lot of the yards back.
Be 3rd and about 13 here for the Knights.
As Rich waiting for the call on the sideline. They will hand it off. Rigo trying to work inside the 25. Gets tackled at around the 24. See what the Knights will do here. Offense staying on the field for now. They go for it. It'll be a 4th and 7.
No motion for Josephic or Pfeiffer, so it looks like the Knights are going to go.
9:05 remaining. Knights controlling things in Latrobe tonight.
5 seconds left on the play clock here, and it looks like the Knights are going to, Mike Brown's going to call a timeout here.
Indeed, he will.
So with the timeout here, it's mentioned one of our sponsors, the Collision Shop. We know that auto accidents are stressful enough. Let the Collision Shop by Jason Mignot take it from here. Specializing in collision repair for all makes and models, they work hard. They work hand in hand with you and your insurance company to deliver top quality repairs done right and on time. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignot, making a tough situation hassle-free.
And what a job Mike Brown has been able to do tonight. Went over his resume a little while ago. Played at Penn Trafford. Played college football at Mercyhurst. Spending some time as a college coach as well at the FCS ranks. He was on the staff of Robert Morris from 2015 to 2017, being the outside linebackers, the safeties, and the DBs coach. Went back to the high school ranks, was a defensive coordinator at Greensboro Central Catholic, and spent 2 years as the head coach of Henfield High School, and they are going to kick the field goal here. Josephic will try to get 3 more points on the board. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is going to go well wide to the left. So no good on the field goal, as Greater Latrobe, Richard, might have one final chance to at least send this game home with at least 1 touchdown on the board.
Yeah, missed 41-yarder for Tristan Josephic. And so the Wildcats will get it at their own 20-yard line. And Colton, I feel like tonight was the really first true night where they missed Andy Tash on the offensive side of the ball. Obviously, we know he's week to week, that we don't know much more than that. They're hoping to get him back at some point here this season, whether that be in the middle part of the season or the later part of the season, as looks like Drew Blossey's going to take over at quarterback for the Wildcats. But I felt like they definitely missed his presence on the offensive side because he does so much for them. They can use him in the Wildcat. They can throw jump balls up to him, and he's an aggressive runner too, so felt like they kind of missed that tonight.
Blossey hands it off. Working to the far side. That was a carry. Dante Durrigan.
Gain of about 6 there for Durrigan.
Bringing up a 2nd and 4. Under 8 minutes to play now. As the Cats will just have to forget about this one and move on to a game that is extremely important if the Cats want any chance of heading back to the WPIAL playoffs for the 4th year in a row. As Blossey, design run, trying to push his way up to the 30, short of the first down. Gain of about 2 there on the design run for Blossey, 3rd and short.
They're actually going to give him a gain of 4 and the first down for Drew Blossey, so Wildcats will get another first down here.
Little delay moving the sticks, as Blossey will definitely take it for the first down. Under 7 minutes to go now. Cats and Panthers had that contest last year in Murraysville. 3-0 was the final.
Carson Kramer now at quarterback for the Wildcats.
And a high snap. Kramer looks to run to the left, gets up to the 35, looking to inch his way to the first down, and he will as he takes it to the 40.
They're going to give him a first down here, gain of 10 for Kramer.
Garrett Nadale with the tackle for Norwin.
I know the score is 35-0 here, but these are important because we had a talk with one of the parents that was up here. This is a very young team that the Wildcats have this year, so it's important to get a lot of these players into varsity experience, because that was one of the things coming into the year where this team doesn't have a lot of that within their starting lineup. So it's good that some of these guys, even though it is 35-0, and I understand the situation, that try and get these guys some reps here, understand what it takes in order to be on that field every Friday night.
That was Carson Kramer again, especially when you go into a new season after losing 2 players to Power 5 programs. Also really difficult, but I guess not really difficult, but you know you're really going to have to set the reset button in a big way when you lose players to Pitt and Penn State.
Yeah, it's an adaptation period, and I think they understood that, but they still, and I still believe that this group has potential to shake things up here in the Big East Conference this year. It's a young team, but they still have some quality players on the offensive side and the defensive side as well. They can get Andy Tash healthy. Who knows when that might be, but I still think even without Andy Tash, if he is out for the next couple of weeks, the Wildcats can still make some noise here, and it starts next week against a Franklin Regional team that has been struggling, so see if the Wildcats can respond once again next week.
3rd down and 8 on the way. The handoff. Cats trying to convert here. Selzik again. It's going to be short, well short of the 1st down. If the Cats decide to go for it here, they're inching towards midfield, and they'll try to go for it on the 4th and 3.
Yeah, 4th and 3, Wildcats going to go here with 4:25 left. Play clock is at 20.
As Greater Latrobe will at least try to end this game with 1 score. 4th and 3 right here. Blossy is going to roll, gets a block, looking to run. Blossy chugging his way past midfield, and that is going to be enough for the 1st down. Blossy not seeing much downfield, and he was able to pick up the 1st down on his feet, getting tackled at around the 46.
I don't know if we have a Team Lamani Realty 1 Group replay there, but that was, again, a nice play by Drew Blossy. I think he wanted something right here along the 1st down boundaries, right around that 50-yard line. Didn't necessarily see it. Took a quick cut up into the center of the field, where the defense, I don't think was expecting him. I think they were expecting him to go outside, so nice play by Drew there.
Marking the ball at the 48. Some miscommunication there. Blossy nowhere to go as he backpedals to the Cats side of the field, and reading that all over was Cameron Class, the junior, coming up with the tackle.
Yeah, some miscommunication there between Durjon and Blossy there. Loss of 4 there. It sets up a 2nd and 14. Clock now at 3:10 remaining in tonight's game.
As Greater Latrobe will pack this one up, and then before we go on the air, we'll see if we can get a preview of the contest coming up next week for the Cats, as they will begin Big East play taking on Franklin Regional. How about some room there? Getting tackled around the 40 along the near sideline. Durgan, freshman, showing off his legs there on the run. A little bit short, though, with the 1st down. It's going to be another 3rd and short.
That's a gain of 11 there for Durjan. Be 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats here.
Durgan in the backfield.
Interesting to see her, Robert Young, at the bottom of your screen.
Robert Young still looking for his 1st catch on the season, and they'll hand it off. Durgan, it seems he's going to have enough for the 1st down as he gets dragged back. Forward progress will move the sticks for a 1st down. That was Locke Myers, the sophomore, with the tackle.
Gain of 5 there for Durjan, and the Wildcats have another 1st down here on this drive.
Under 2 minutes to play, as the Cats are running out of time to at least try to get some points on the board before they pack up and move along to take on Franklin Regional right here next week. Blossy, Young, catch is made, but a flag is down. Young trying to race his way towards the end zone. He gets tackled at the 5. I don't know, Richard. That one might be coming back for a pass interference against Young.
Yeah, we got offensive pass interference here on Robert Young. Here's the Team Lamani Realty 1 Group replay. So back things up 10 yards. Previous spot. I like the idea. It was a little underthrown, so that kind of, I think, may have influenced Robert's ability to kind of just, it was like, I think it was more an instinct thing.
Grady Brown was on coverage for the Knights. Clock rolling down to under a minute left. And with the running clock, they're moving the ball back some more.
Yeah, so it's actually a 15-yard penalty. I was mistaken. So,
First and long for the
this might be the final play of the game here tonight as the play clock is at 14. Real clock is at 30 seconds now.
Velocity gets it off, sending it over, pass incomplete. He's trying to feed it to Max Dominic, excuse me, and 15 seconds left on the clock. And this game is going to end with a 35-0 victory for the Knights. Norwin gets their second win on the season. It's going to be their second in a row. Taking down Kiski and now Greater Latrobe in dominating fashion. 35-0 the final here tonight. We will take a break and we will be back to wrap up this one from Latrobe Memorial Stadium as Norwin will make the short trip back home. 35-0 the final here tonight. We will be back to wrap this one up on the Wildcats Network presented by West Media Group.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Welcome back here to the Wildcats Network presented by the West Media Group, and we want to mention that our post-game show is brought to you by R. Phillips Production. For professional grade game day photos, look no further than R. Phillips Production. Purchase all the incredible sports photography that Greater Latrobe alumni Robert Phillips has captured using the QR code on your screen. To see more of Robbie's incredible work, check him out on Facebook and Instagram at rphillips.production. Again, that's rphillips.production for some great quality photos. Colton, it was a tough night for Greater Latrobe. Norwin a little bit too much to handle for the Wildcats tonight. Just a quick overview on some stats here. A.J. Yeboah had 14 rushes for 50 yards tonight. Dom Scarton, he went 8 of 19 for 60 yards and an interception tonight. And then for the Norwin Knights, it was a 21 rush game for Giovanni Rotroff with 113 yards tonight. Tristan Tavares was 10 of 14 for 125 yards. He also factored in on the ground with 5 rushes for 55 yards, including a 13-yard touchdown run and a 30-yard touchdown run. He had 2 touchdown passes as well. Rotroff had a 7-yard touchdown, and that is the final here tonight, 35-0. Norwin, tough one for the Wildcats, but you always learn from the tough ones, and that's what they're going to have to do here tonight.
And Richard, you were in Murraysville last year when Greater Latrobe took on Franklin Regional, of course. Cats will be taking on the Panthers next week. 3-0 was the final. You were there last year. Take us through, from your eyes, what you saw in that 3-0 matchup against the Panthers in Murraysville last year.
A battle of two good defenses. It really felt as if it was just a matter of trying to limit the other team offensively. They wanted to focus in defensively, both teams. Those two teams last year were two really good defensive teams, two playoff teams from a year ago. And I know Franklin Regional is going to have a tough start to the season, most likely going to be 0-3 coming to Memorial Stadium next week. Wildcats will be 1-2. So unlike what we saw last year with both teams coming in with winning records, this time it will be two teams coming in with losing records. But I think we're going to see more than 3 points, if you want me to be honest with you. But yeah, the two teams, throw out the 0-3 record for Franklin Regional if that goes final. Throw out the 1-2 record for Greater Latrobe, because next week you're both 0-0. Start conference play. I know both teams have a little bit of a week. I'm pretty sure that both teams have a week in between there with a non-section opponent. I know Greater Latrobe is Pine Ridge, and I'd have to double check who Franklin is, but
having a look here, actually for Franklin, that game, that is until October 3rd when they take on Fox Chapel. It will be 3 conference games in a row for the Panthers starting next week.
So yeah, throw out the 0-3 record, throw out the 1-2 record for both teams. It's 0-0 conference play here at Memorial Stadium, and I know that some players here on the Wildcats, they were here and they were on this team the last time that Franklin Regional came here. That probably left a sour taste in their mouth. We'll touch more on that next week in that matchup. But I think the Wildcats, they responded last week from week 0. See if they can respond from week 2's loss into week 3.
And that game going final in Murraysville, Franklin Regional. They were able to get a touchdown on the board or release some points. Not sure if it was 2 field goals. 49-6 was the final, with Franklin Regional losing to Upper St. Clair tonight. So a lot of storylines heading into next week, Richard. Conference play beginning, and you're going to have a battle of two teams that saw nothing go their way in the game the weekend before. It's 3-0 last year, so I really expect a good matchup in the Battle of the Cats between Greater Latrobe and Franklin Regional right here at Latrobe Memorial Stadium next week. And for Franklin, frustrations to begin the year. 42-13, week 0 lost the Plum, then losing 31-14 last week against Hempfield, and now the 49-6 loss against USC tonight. So Franklin Regional, a lot of frustrations to start their season as they're trying to look to turn things around, just as Greater Latrobe is next week.
I think both of us came away impressed with the way the Knights played. I know we touched on it that they got dealt kind of a bad hand in week 0, obviously controversial, but the result is what the result is. But they took it to Kiskeria last week. They took it to the Wildcats here tonight, and I think they made a statement here, not just for teams in 5A and potentially their other non-section opponent this year, but they made a statement to 6A that even though it's a young Wildcats team, there's still some experience. There's still some talent on here, and they just shut them out. Realistically, they shut out Kiskeria last week. Late touchdown by the Cavaliers got them on the scoreboard. So they've dominated pretty much the last 2 games that they've played. They take on Seneca Valley next week, and Knights, I know, probably want to wash away a sour taste of an 0-6 conference schedule a year ago. I know we touched on it, but I think Mike Brown and the Knights are going to get a year 3 jump here, and it's started off in a good 2-1 stretch here so far.
As the Knights are looking to head back to the WPIAL playoffs for the first time in 8 years, and they are also trying to get to a WPIAL championship game for the first time in program history. That is going to do it for us here from Latrobe Memorial Stadium. Not the Cats tonight. 35-0 is the final. A shutout for Norwin as they will make the trip back home with a shutout win here tonight. For everybody in our Wildcats Network production crew, Spencer Long, our producer, camera operators, Tyke Kale and Zach Miller, and for my broadcast partner, Richard Hillwig, I'm Colton Nabaya signing off from Latrobe Memorial Stadium. 35-0 Greater Latrobe is going to have a big one next week. Conference play beginning. We will have it for you here on the Wildcats Network, presented by West Media Group next week, as Greater Latrobe will take on Franklin Regional to begin Big East play next Friday.